Today's episode covers battery teardown surprises from Tesla and BYD, a roundup of the best EV chargers for 2025, debate over Elon Musk's headline pay package and notable backing from Jack Dorsey, and a quirky used car sales tactic making waves in dealerships. Welcome back to Autonews Daily. I'm Leah Morgan. Let's dive into today's headlines. First up, a practical guide for EV owners and prospective buyers as the charging landscape shifts. Experts have published a fresh take on the best EV chargers for 2025, and the picture is more about choices than a single winner. The piece highlights how charging hardware and software have matured: faster Level 2 home units, smarter Wi-Fi connected models, and more robust universal options for workplaces and multi-unit housing. For drivers, the takeaway is clear. Picking a charger now means balancing power, convenience, installation constraints, and the ecosystem you intend to use, from networked apps to billing features. This review also underscores that the market is filling in around consumer needs. Companies are layering subscription services, enhanced safety features, and firmware-driven improvements that can extend the useful life of a charger. Installation considerations remain critical. Electrical capacity, permitting, and the difference between a dedicated circuit for consistent high-power charging versus a lower-cost, lower-power setup. For fleets and public operators, the categories shift toward modular, scalable chargers that can be updated as standards and vehicle charging rates evolve. In short, the best charger is the one that matches a driver's daily routine, parking situation, and long-term EV plans. Now moving to a different corner of the industry where corporate governance and public opinion are taking center stage. Business experts and shareholders are weighing in on Elon Musk's controversial pay package, a plan that has attracted intense scrutiny and a wide range of reactions. Analysts point out that large, performance-linked compensation packages can align leadership incentives with shareholder returns, but they also raise questions about governance, dilution, and long-term accountability. Investor responses have varied. Some see the structure as recognition of ambitious growth targets, while others worry about precedent and proportionality. The debate highlights a perennial tension in public companies: how to reward vision and execution without undermining oversight or alienating smaller investors. Adding to the conversation, a high-profile endorsement has arrived from former Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey, who publicly backed the package. His support brings another influential voice into the discussion and underscores how compensation debates in marquee tech-adjacent companies resonate beyond the auto industry because of cross-cutting leadership and capital market dynamics. As the corporate stories unfold, they have tangible implications for strategic planning and investor confidence across the EV sector. Executive compensation decisions at a headline-making company ripple through supplier relationships, R&D plans, and market expectations. Boards are watching how investors and proxy advisors react because those responses will influence how future incentive plans are designed, disclosed, and defended. Whether you follow this story for its governance angle or its market impact, it's a reminder that company-level decisions can shape industry direction. Shifting gears to retail and consumer experience, a curious story about used car sales tactics has caught attention. Some dealers are using so-called dummy stickers on vehicles to influence buyers. The headline alone suggests a practice aimed at presentation or signaling, and the broader conversation touches on transparency and trust in the used car market. For consumers, the caution is familiar. Inspect the car beyond what's on the window and ask direct questions about history, condition, and documentation. For dealers and marketers, this story serves as a prompt to consider how presentation techniques affect reputation and long-term relationships with customers. In an environment where EVs and traditional internal combustion cars coexist on lots, accurate information matters even more. Buyers are increasingly savvy, comparing vehicle history reports, independent inspections, and total cost of ownership. Any sales tactic that can be perceived as gimmicky risks undermining the credibility that dealerships need to build repeat business and positive reviews. Before we get to our most read item of the day, a quick word. If you find this episode useful, please follow or subscribe. That helps us to keep bringing the news for you, keeps our reporting coming every weekday, and makes it easier for listeners to stay up to date with the fast-moving automotive world. And now to our final story, the one that many listeners have flagged as the most significant. Researchers have dismantled Tesla and BYD batteries and reported surprising results. This kind of hands-on technical work matters because battery design sits at the heart of electric vehicle performance, cost, safety, and sustainability. When researchers open cells and dissect packs, they reveal decisions about chemistry, cooling, thermal management, packaging density, and how those choices map to real-world outcomes. The reported surprises merit careful attention because Tesla and BYD represent two distinct approaches within the EV market, both in terms of vertical integration and in battery sourcing strategies. A teardown can reveal, for instance, how manufacturers prioritize energy density versus longevity, what materials and cell formats are used, and how integration choices affect repairability and recycling. Those insights feed into key industry conversations: which chemistries may scale best, how second-life applications might be supported, and where bottlenecks in supply chains could emerge as demand accelerates. There are also implications for policy and aftermarket services. Regulators and recyclers pay attention to pack design because disassembly ease, material recovery rates, and the ability to test second-life modules depend on design choices made in the factory. Likewise, insurers and service networks will look closely at construction choices that affect failure modes or thermal risk. For OEMs and suppliers, teardowns by independent researchers act as both benchmark and feedback loop. They benchmark performance relative to competitors and provide insights into how incremental design changes show up in real-world attributes. Finally, there's a commercial angle. Consumer purchasing decisions increasingly consider battery longevity, warranty structures, and total cost of ownership, not just sticker range. Findings from teardowns can influence perception about which vehicles hold their value or require different long-term maintenance strategies. While the specifics of the researchers' results are technical, the broader takeaway is straightforward. Understanding the architecture and materials in battery packs helps everyone, engineers, fleet managers, policymakers, and buyers, make better decisions as electric vehicles proliferate. That wraps the headlines for today. If you like this episode, please follow or subscribe. Your support helps us to keep bringing the news and keeps Autonews Daily in your feed. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Autonews Daily. I'm Leah Morgan. Thank you, and see you tomorrow.